We do have a very difficult time ahead as we look to next winter and what's going to happen. Now, if we have patients in corridors, there's almost an inevitability of cross-infection. Now, Limerick has been consistently the most overcrowded hospital in this state. And I bring this to your attention now because I can only imagine what lies ahead for me, my family, my neighbours, and the people that I represent. And most of all, the patients in that hospital and the doctors and nurses who have to work there in those conditions. So what I want to know is what is now planned so that we don't have this overcrowding, which almost looks inevitable now. It's like looking at a car crash from 6 months away. If we're going to continue to channel the vast majority of patients from the Midwest region into the most overcrowded hospital at a time of COVID, it is a catastrophe waiting to happen, and the clock is ticking. We do have this ongoing crisis with our healthcare system and inadequate human resources, which presumably are caused by inadequate monetary resourcing. Can you say where that's at and when we're going to see an increase in procedures being carried out in the Tier 2 hospitals such as Nina, St John's and Ennis to alleviate the numbers who have had to presenting at UHL?
If there isn't an increase in capacity, both in terms of beds and in particular in terms of ICU capacity in Limerick Hospital, then we've learned nothing from any of this, and that the sacrifice of the Irish people has been effectively betrayed by those in charge of our healthcare system.
How many health ministers does it take to change a health service? Because there are 4 including current and previous ministers for health in your cabinet. Of the 40 beds, critical care beds, which were the most important shortage that we had in this country relative to others, of the 40 funded 6 months ago, 23, if I understand your figures correctly, only 23 have been provided, a little over half. Now we're 3 months out from the peak of typical overcrowding in Limerick, and there were 65 people and trolleys in UHL. What on earth is going to happen in the Midwest if are we going to funnel everybody into an overcrowded hospital, or are we going to use the Tier 2 hospitals?